guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Brittany. I am Brittany W on all social media, and today's video is a lot. We have a lot to talk about. So as you can see by in the description, this is going to be a get ready with me / chit chat, because I'm going to be telling you guys why your girl been missing for 2 weeks and what has been going on. As you can see in the photo, you can see that my dog was missing, and I did get him back. So how exciting is that? Okay, so before we get into all of that spiel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post more videos like this. Okay, so I didn't want this video to be too long, so I did my makeup up to the contouring part, but I didn't put on any eyeshadow. So I wanted to talk to you guys and tell the story of where my dog, King Louie Ward, disappeared to, how long he disappeared, what happened. It's been a lot. But before we get into that, I just want to say the following week before the disappearance of my dog, I was working on a movie. I was department head of a movie, and I was covering for someone. So shout out to Lauren, who trusted me enough to take over her position as department head for hair and the movie that I was working on. It's a Mexican movie. I think I was telling you guys about this in the last video. I can't really remember because these 2 weeks have been a lot. So forgive me if I am retelling you guys where have I been from the last video 2 weeks ago. I'm just saying. So I was working on a Mexican movie. I was department head for hair and that, covering for my girl Lauren. And then that's when the hits the fans. Okay, so it all started on May 22nd, last Sunday, the previous Sunday, before the Sunday that just passed. And I was at home. It was my mom's birthday, but my sister and my mom and my aunt went to go see The Lion King. I didn't go see it because I already saw The Lion King and I didn't want to see it again, even though it is a fabulous show. So if you're in the New York City area and you haven't seen The Lion King on Broadway, I strongly suggest you guys go and get your tickets to that, because it is a fabulous show. I remember I went while I was in high school to go see the show. I was a part of like the DECA program, which was like a business fashion program in my high school. And even though I was born and raised in New York, I came back here to New York to go see The Lion King, and we stayed in a hotel. It was just a really good time. So shout out to my teacher who did that for us and allowed us to come from Virginia, Hampton, Virginia. This is when I went to Bethel High School, and I saw The Lion King. So that's where my sister and my mom went for my mom's birthday, May 22nd. I'm here, washing clothes and just relaxing because I'm coming off a work week with the Mexican movie that I was working on. And so I was tired and resting, but still catching up on life and on work and on, work as far as like planning. Sunday, I was like planning what to do for you guys that Monday. Yeah, so I was like preparing myself mentally, emotionally, just to get ready for the week, And I let my dog outside to pee. Mind you, I live in a neighborhood where we have a backyard and a driveway and things like that. So, in Queens, and the gate was open. The back gate to the backyard was open, and it says literally private property, keep this gate closed, and the gate was open. But I'm going to tell you something as I continue to tell the story of what happened. So I let Louie, that's what I call him for short. His name is King Louie Ward, but I call him Louie for short, and he responds to all of his names. He's 11 years old. Yeah, I don't think I said that part. So he was with me when I first moved back here to New York. So he's not just my dog, he's like my child. And so I let my child out, to go pee, and I noticed that he was taking a longer time than what he normally does. Like, I went to go change the laundry, and then I peeked out, and I was like, oh, I see him, all right. And then I went to go like fix the laundry again, or restarted to do something because it was acting a little janky, and the washing machine, and I noticed that he was taking longer than he normally does, and I was like, where the dog? But where the dog at? So he gets loose and decides to run his happy behind all the way down the street. Mind you, one of my neighbors was coming in. It was like, we saw the dog, but we didn't know it was yours. And it was like, how you not know it's my dog? But needless to say, I'm sure they felt horrible once they found out that he was missing for a few days. Yeah, so he runs his happy butt all the way down the street and goes to the left. I didn't know if he went to the left or to the right. When I went out looking for him, I went up the block because I've known that he's done that before, and there's a hospital also on my block, and I was like, well, maybe they know my dog. Like, people in this neighborhood know my dog, they know me, and I'm like, well, maybe he went to the hospital because he's done that before too. Not saying that he's like a runner, but Lewis is very inquisitive, and he's super curious, and although he's 11 years old, he acts like he's a baby. So I go and look for him. It's like, I'm looking for him for like 2 hours, and I'm like, I have no idea. So I call one of my childhood friends who also lives in a block, and she's a dog lover as well. I was like, yo, can you help me? Can you come outside? Can you help me just look for my dog? She's like, yeah, no problem, or whatever. So we and her are like looking for the dog, and we find nothing. So the next day we start making flyers and putting the flyers and put his information all up on social media, lostmydog.com, Queen's Dog Shelter. Like, his information is literally everywhere. It's to the point where, like, if you Google black and white dog, my dog pops up. Like, we was on it. Shout out to my sister, because she was really good at that stuff, because I was kind of frantic. I was like, I don't even know where to begin to look. All I know is that I need to look, but I don't even know. So she helped me out with all of that, and then I got the flyers, and I went out every day. The only time I was like going out and praying all at the same time. Child, if I could speak in tongues, I would have been speaking in tongues, talking to Jesus like, dog, ELELOC, should have bought a Hyundai. I need my dog. Like, seriously. If I could talk in tongues, let me tell you, I was calling out to the heavens, okay? Because I wanted my dog back. And someone gave us a tip on, mind you, my dog's not chipped. I never got my dog chipped. Because I don't know, I just felt like, that's why you could never say never. I never thought to get my dog chipped. I've had him since I was like, 24 years old. I'm 35 now. I know I don't look it, but it's like, I didn't think I would need to get him chipped. I didn't think about these things. I'm just like, oh, this is my dog. He's always going to be with me. He'll be fine. Those of you who have animals, go ahead and get your dog chipped. Don't be like me. Don't do what I did. Oh, this is that dang rotten, child. That dang old. Let me get some liquid liner. And so I'm like praying to God, and I'm like, don't be like me, get your dog chipped. But I'm praying to God, like praying. And on, I want to say the 28th is when God told me that I was going to get my dog back. On the 29th, which is when my dog got back, I'm skipping all over the place, so sorry if it's not making sense, is when my sister had a dream that my dog was coming back. So if you pray to God, he will answer. You just have to be still enough to listen. But let me back up. So it was a guy who left a tip and was like, hey, we seen your dog. And I'm like, where you seen him at? Why you ain't grabbing him? But shout out to that guy, because he didn't even have to leave a tip. So he's like, we saw your dog. He was in the 40s. He's with a white man with blonde hair, in a red bag and making delivery. So I put the information out on the internet, and I'm like, listen, community, if you see a white guy with blonde hair on a bike making deliveries, and you see a little black and white dog with him, that is my dog, and he has on the red scarf. Mind you, when I got the dog back, he ain't having a red scarf. So that makes me think that the people were watching my social media. Like, they found out who I was. They were watching my social media, and they knew that I was looking for him. Because when I tell you, as soon as I found out that he was like a delivery guy, I started putting up flyers everywhere. Like on Beach 9th Street, when the man found him, that's what he told the man. He told the man, the person gave a tip, I found him on Beach 19th. My girlfriend likes him. I might keep him. My dog is 11 years old. Keep what? Like, what did you... He looks like a baby. He does. But I promise you, he's 11 years old. And it's like, it's not much you're going to get about him. He's not going to answer to a new name that you call him. Because he's had that name for 11 years. 77 in dog years, because you know dogs age 7 years faster than human. So if your dog is 1, he's technically 7. If your dog is 7, he's technically 14. My dog is 11, which means that he's 77. Okay, like, what you gonna get out of that, baby? I don't know. Mind you, the dog is getting old. I'll just put it like that. So, I'm like, all right, so I know this information, and I really truly think and believe that they were following me online, because when I got my dog back, he didn't have on his red scarf, and I described the man as best as much information was given to me. That's what I was giving the world. I had him on. If you guys do not have the app, Citizens app, that's also a good app to put like your dog information on. If you are missing a child, a like human child, not a puppy child, if there is a shootout, if there is anything, download the Citizens app. And no, Citizens app did not sponsor this video. I'm just telling you to download that, because it will tell you exactly what is going on in your neighborhood, from shootouts to robberies to crashes to police callings to fires to missing dogs, missing children. Download the Citizens app, because it will tell you everything that's going on in your hood, your neighborhood. So I think I want to do a half a strip lash. I don't really want to do anything over the top today. Well, I'll tell you guys this story, because I don't know if I'm a cry child. So Saturday comes. I got my dog back on a Sunday. So Saturday comes, and I'm really, like, when I tell you I was pounding the pavement, I was pounding the pavement. Pounding the pavement. Pounding the pavement. When it came to these flies, I was pounding the pavement. Pounding the pavement. And I was tired. And I just remember the Bible verse, be still and know that I am God. Like I said, when your girl was praying, child. Like rocking back and forth, praying. And I just felt that so heavily in my spirit. Mind you, I'm like borderline depressed at this moment, because like I said, my dog has been with me for 11 years. He has been with me through every transitional period, including me moving back to New York. He has been with me through the ups, the downs, the halfways, breakups, makeups, changes, the death of my grandmother. And I think that's why this time it hit me so hard, because my dog being missing reminds me of the death of my grandmother. Because when my grandmother passed away, it was just me and her in the house, and she passed away in my arms. She had a heart attack in my arms. I think I explained that in another video. I didn't know that you could put Tylenol or up under the person's tongue to stop them from having a heart attack. I didn't know any of these things, and so I just felt alone. I really truly felt alone when my dog went missing, because it was like, here I am trying to just get stuff done. I'm always, one thing about me is that I've been complaining to God is community. Like, I don't feel like I have support. I don't feel like, like I have to do everything. It is draining. And so me like trying to pay attention to the dog, wash the clothes, do this, it's a lot and it's overwhelming. And I was just like, God, I really just want some help and some community. And baby, when my dog went missing, he showed up and showed out, because I had community. Thank you to every last one of you guys who shared the flyer, who tweeted, who called, who sent text message. I did not feel alone in this journey, not one bit. And it is all because of you guys. And I simply, from the bottom of my heart, want to tell you guys thank you. I have never felt that much support and love in my entire life, if I'm quite honest. And I really, truly just want to tell you guys thank you so much, because I couldn't have got through this without you guys. You guys were checking on me like, hey, did he come back yet? Hey, so-and-so said this. I posted the flyer here. I'm going to share. You guys were putting it into your stories. Thank you guys so much. Like, seriously. When I tell you I felt community that day, I felt community that day, that time, that week. I felt it. I felt your love. I felt your support. I genuinely felt it. And that's the best way I can feel it, because I've never felt like that before. I've never really felt supported. I've never really felt loved like that. I never really felt that anyone ever really had my back. And that's just honesty. And in that moment, I felt that. So thank you. So Saturday I didn't really feel like doing anything, and I couldn't. I couldn't. I was just like, I don't know. I only had the information about the guy who left the tip. That was all the information that I genuinely had. I was tired. And I was just hoping and praying at that point. Literally, I had my community support, God, and what little bit of faith I had left. Shout out to my best friend, Ashley Hill, because trust me, when I tell you I was done, there was about to be no more Brittany. Like, that's how done I was, because the situation was just so traumatizing. I honestly felt like what is there for me to do? And I know you guys are like, oh, Brittany, it's just a dog, blah, blah, blah. It was bigger than just a dog at this point, because I felt genuinely that I do these videos, but I don't really feel supported. I know that I am, talented at my job, but you don't necessarily get the credit that you deserve when you're in this industry, And I know, you have to look at yourself, and you have to just focus on yourself, and you can't focus on other things or other people or other people's situation and blah, blah, blah. You don't compare. Listen, I'm here for all of that, but when you're tired, you don't care. And when you've lost as much as I've lost, you don't care. You just don't care. It's like, I don't see the point in this. But what a statement that my best friend said that made the situation a little bit brighter and not be so dark was, let God be God. And in that moment, I genuinely understood what she meant. Here we are talking about we trust God, we love God, we're Christians, blah, blah, blah. Not a blah, 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 but you guys get what I'm saying. And she was right. I wasn't letting God be God, because there I was trying to be Superwoman, and I no longer had any strength. I no longer had to keep going. I no longer had it to, quote unquote, see the end of the rainbow, because I just ain't have it. And I would tell God that during these days. I'm like, God, I don't have it. I don't have it today. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't have it today. I don't have the joy, and you know, even on the phone with her, I was like, I don't have it today. I've never said that out loud. I don't have it today. Never, never said that out loud. Everybody looks at me and they're like, oh, she's so strong. She's this and that. Let me tell you, in that moment, I ain't have it. I ain't have it, Sway. And that's okay, because some days you ain't gonna have it. It's not meant for you to have it all the time. It's not meant for you to face it all the time. It's not meant for you to go through it by yourself all the time. It's not meant for you to have. And she was like, you know, who told you that you were gonna know all the ins and outs of life? Like, we may never know why certain things happen. We may never know why we lose in certain situations. We may never know and fully understand the purpose of things. All we have to do is let God be God. And in that moment, I just felt a relief, to be honest, because it was like, you're right. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all, if I'm quite honest. I'm not trusting to see how God is going to show me how Louie's going to come back. Remember, on the 28th, which was that Saturday, he told me Louie was coming back, but I wasn't believing it, because I was just like, I wasn't here. Like, I was here, but I wasn't here, if you guys get what I mean. And it was just a really tough time. So I just want to say to those people, if you've ever been there and you genuinely felt like giving up and there was no hope, I'm telling you, just hold on a little while longer. Continue to pray, continue to have faith, and watch how God turns this thing around. Seriously. So shout out to my best friend, Ashley Hill. Because she stopped your girl. Trust me. So on Sunday, that morning, I also didn't have it. Remember, Saturday was the only day that I didn't go outside and pound the pavement. Other than that, I was outside for the most part. So Sunday comes, and I get this feeling that I'm supposed to go pound the pavement today, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Like, I don't. Like, I feel like I'm tired. I'm exhausted. My feet hurt. My legs hurt. I've been walking around the whole Far Rockaway. I've been doing all I can. I'm tired. And something was just like, nah, get up and go outside. So, my sister and I go for a walk. She's like, you know, let's go look for the dog out on the beach, because it was a beautiful day outside, and it was a good day to take the dog outside, if I'm quite honest, and not be stuck in the house. So I was like, yeah, all right, fine. I wanted to go outside, so we start walking. And she tells me that she had a dream that we were going to get Louie back. I hadn't told her that God told me that we were going to get him back yet, but I kept it to myself because I wasn't sure. Sometimes when God gives you a message, you can't share everything with everyone, even if it's your family member. Certain things you just have to see it play out for yourself. You have to see how he brings that thing to full circle for yourself, you know? So you can't tell everything that God told you regarding you, you know? Certain things you gotta be quiet about. And so I didn't tell her, but she told me that she had a dream. I was just like, oh, okay. But, and you know, when she told me that, I didn't even take that as confirmation. I was just like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Like, God told me, he confirms it through my sister, and I'm still like, all right. Like, it's got, I'm like, it's a person in the Bible. I can't remember his name, but he's like, I believe, but help my unbelief. That's where I was. Because it's like, no, you know, I've been pretty accurate, or, you know, when God tells me things, he's been pretty accurate. Not me, child. I can't take no credit for that. And I'm like, all right, so he said he was going to do it, child. Let me see how this thing plays out. So I get up, we go for a walk, and we're like, yo, we're going to walk to the 40s. And remember, that's where we got the tip from. Now, like light bulbs are going off. So that's where we got the tip from. He was in the 40s. So I was like, all right, we're gonna walk to the 40s on the ball walk. And I was like, all right, cool. So we get out there, and as soon as she gets to 40, not me, when she got to 40, because I was out there, I like exercising, so I'm out there with the music jamming, you know, just grooving and moving forward. Looking for the dog. Not really looking for the dog, pretty much exercising, but looking for the dog too. And just trying to enjoy the day, you know, in spite of the situation. Sometimes, this is a tip for somebody. Sometimes when you're going through a whole lot of, you have to get up and go outside and try to find some joy within a day. So that what I believe my task was. Let me get up and try to find some joy within this day. Let me get up and try to, you know, not be so angry today. Let me at least try, you know. God, I believe, but help my unbelief, and let me enjoy this day. That's where I was on Sunday. So my sister gets the call, and it was the guy, and he's like, we've had your dog for about a week. And I'm like, you have? And so my sister, she cries a lot. I cried too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a thug and I'm strong, because I'm not. I just ain't crying in that moment. I was trying. Normally when something traumatic or very exciting is going on, I go numb, because I'm trying to process what's going on. And I later on have a reaction later on. I don't necessarily have it in that moment. So I'm thankful to get my dog back. I'm thankful to, you know what, I'm kind of thankful I've been through this situation, because it helped me to see community, unity and community. I truthfully felt supported. I don't want it to happen again, that's for sure. But in all the pain that I was experiencing, there was definitely a lesson. And the lesson was, let God be God. Be still and know that He is God. Be still and remember what He said. Be still, and the things that you've been praying for, it's not like He's not listening, because He is. Just trust that at the right time it will happen, and it will surely come to pass. That's truly what I got from this whole situation, to be quite honest. Yeah, so the guy, I'm back and forth. So the guy tells me that he has the dog, and at 4 o'clock he's like, can you meet me at the train station and I'll give you back your dog? And I'm like, great. Mind you, okay, so I see his wife or baby mother or whoever she is, his girlfriend, the girlfriend that wanted to keep the dog. She comes wearing a yellow shirt, and here I see Louie, just a prancer. If you guys know my dog is a prancer. Like, he's just like prancing down the street. And I'm like, yeah, that's my dog. I'm gonna get my dog back. God, you were right. And in that moment, I was like, God, you were right all along. Thank you so much. I'm getting my dog back. This is really happening. I'm so excited. And I start talking to the lady. And mind you, the guy on the phone was like, your dog is like the sweetest dog. I've had her for about a week. I was looking for the flyer. We got your number off the flyer. And I'm like, you had to get my number off the flyer, because I put it everywhere your job was. Like, all the popular spots around here. Like, who you playing with, sir? But thank you. Yeah. So I'm grateful they fed my dog. They gave him a bath. God bless them. And I got my dog back, you guys. I got my dog back in a neighborhood in Far Rockaway, Queens, where stuff like that don't happen. There's people out here who lost their dog maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, and they still feel that pain. They still feel that hurt. And so I decided to share my story and tell you guys. I'm trying to get some air spun. Sorry for the tap taps. And I decided to share my story with you guys and tell you that nothing is impossible with God. Keep the faith. Keep praying. Keep pounding the pavement. God honors your movement. God honors your belief. He honors your past prayers. because trust me, I don't think I was supposed to get Louie back, to be quite honest. But I did, and I'm grateful. Thank you, God. I'm grateful. So, I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this video. I don't really feel like putting lipstick on, if I'm quite honest, but I might do a little Xoxo. I might do a brown liner and some gloss over top of it. Let's just do my trusty brown and pink combination that I love so much. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for hearing my story. Thank you guys so much for reaching out, for sharing, for liking, for being patient with me on giving you guys this video. I'm actually going to edit it and have it printed out. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to have it out tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm going to go upstairs and go ahead and quickly edit this video. Watching my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Later, lovers. And Louis is sleeping and doing well. We brought Louis home, guys. Later, lovers.